family full of eccentrics. She's done things I never expected. I'm in need more time. She's got a sister, God only knows how I've missed her. On the palm of her hand there's a blister. I'm in need more time. And I want you to know, got my mind made up now, but I need more time. And I want you to say, you know what I'm saying, but I need more, 'cause I'll be you, you'll be me. Lots and lots for us to see, lots and lots for us to do. She is electric and I'll be electric too. And I'll be electric too.
How's it going, folks? This is Wayne Arbat with another lesson and an amazing song as always today. We're looking at Oasis and She's Electric, a fan favourite this one, and as it's the 30th anniversary of What's the Story Morning Glory later this year, obviously we've got the excitement of the build up to the comeback gigs. I wanted to do this one. I did this one about 7 years ago, but I wanted to get it out there, you know, because it's just such a great song. One of my personal favourites, this. It's got a couple of sort of bar chords in. I don't play them as bar chords, so obviously I'll show you that in the tutorial. So I wouldn't say like a lot of Oasis, it's like a beginner song. It's a little bit more intermediate, this one, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, if you do want the chords, lyrics and strumming pattern to this, as always, I'm going to post it up on my Patreon page. So there'll be a link to that in the comments. There'll also be a link in the description. And the way that works, you just click on the link, sign up for as little as a couple of quid a month or however much you guys want to pledge. It's all very much appreciated. I can promise you it all generally goes back into the lessons, and it gives you guys access to not only this song, you know, pretty much everything I've done over the past 5 years, you know, just over 5 years now. It's quite a lot of content up there. There's also some exclusive videos that aren't on YouTube. There's videos there from the archive, some stuff to coincide with some of the technique lessons that I do. So what you're waiting for, link in the comments, link in the description. If you don't want to do that and you'd like to show some appreciation in a different way, underneath the video somewhere there's a super thanks link. You can click on that and make a small donation. Again, massively appreciated. Thanks everyone who's subscribed and continues to do so. It really means a lot. Thanks for supporting my channel. Now, if you haven't got round to it, please hit that little notification bell. You'll find that just underneath the video somewhere there. And what will happen, you get notified every time I put a video out, so you can keep up to date with all the videos. And if you want to, please go over and give me a like on social media. So I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok, as I always say. I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so to play this song, you're going to need your guitar in standard tuning, and the chords to the intro, which are also exactly the same chords to the verse, are going to be an E chord. Okay, now the next two chords, you can either do them as bar chords. You can either do a G sharp and a C sharp minor. Okay, what I do is sort of almost like a, you know, a broken down bar chord. Instead of putting the bar on, obviously I'm taking the bar off and I'm just putting my first finger, that will be on the 4th fret, you know, on the low E string, and keeping like the E shape behind it. Okay, and just trying to hit, obviously, you know, the E, the A, the D and the G string, obviously leaving out the top E and the B if you can. And for the C sharp minor, we're just going to move that shape down, so we're, you know, exactly the same shape. And then we're going to hit the A, the D, the G and the B string. Okay, the next chord's an A, and then we're going to go to an E. So that goes around 3 times. After the end of the 3rd run, we're going to end it with a C, D, and then an E chord. Okay, so if we just play that. Okay, on the E chord at the end of that sequence, sometimes I like to add this little embellishment in, which is an E sus4, so that's on the E chord, keeping that shape on, just adding your little pinky on the 2nd fret on the G, and then off again. So I think it's quite effective. Okay, so that goes round once for the verse, and then another 2 times round, obviously with the words. So she's electric, she's got a family full of eccentrics, she's done things I never expected, and I need more time. She's got a sister, God only knows how I missed her. On the palm of her hand is a blister, and I need more time. Okay, so then we get into the chorus. So the chords to the chorus are going to be an A. Then we go to an A major 7. Now if you notice I'm doing the A there with my 2nd, 3rd little pinky. I just think it's an easier change into that A major 7. So that goes again, A major 7, and then again, A major 7, and then we're going to do an E into an E7. So the E7 that I do, I'm just going to take my 3rd finger off the E. That goes around again. We got the A major 7, A major 7, again, A major 7, and then it's going to do the E and then the E7, and then we got this strange chord that's called a F sharp minor 7 add 11. So you can either do an F sharp minor for this if you wanted to do the bar chord, but if we take the bar off, we put the 3rd finger on the 4th fret on the A string, little pinky 4th fret on the D, 1st finger will go 2nd fret on the G, and we're just going to play the the A string, and also add obviously the open E and B string in, and then we're going to go to a B7. Okay, so I'll just sing you that chorus through. So, and I want you to know, got my mind made up now, but I need more time. E to the E7. And I want you to say, you know what I'm saying, but I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see, lots and lots for us to do. She is electric, can I be electric too? Notice there I went back into sort of the instrumental chords, and that repeats another 2 times, obviously through verse 2. So then we'd have another chorus, and then it goes into this outro where it's going to go C, D, E. So can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Last time round we hold on to the C, D, and we finish on an E chord. Okay, so that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of the song. Classic Oasis song, this one, great one to get down. So that just leaves us with a strumming pattern. Okay, so what I use, pretty much through the verse, it goes something like this. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, so a little change through the verse there, but basically most of the chords that go half a bar, I do a down, down, up, and the chords that go for a whole bar will be a down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and if you can sort of add that through the song in the right places, I think you're not going to be far off. And that is pretty much all you're going to need. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you all dug that lesson. And as I always say at this point in my lessons, come on, if you don't like that song, you don't like music. That is one of Oasis's best tunes, that one. As I say, a fan favourite. I certainly hope they do this in the new live shows. I don't think they will, but it'd be great if they could. I think it's just one of those great songs, one of the all-time classics. So there we go. Hope you all dug that. Now, I have done the lion's share of Oasis songs. I've done quite a lot of the B-sides as well. But if there's anything you'd like to see me do, I'm going to redo some of those, album tracks on Morning Glory and some of those B-sides around the time to celebrate, obviously, the 30th anniversary. This is one of those I've sort of redone, just so we can post the chords up on my Patreon page and everything, to coincide with it and get people, obviously, playing this. But if there's anything I haven't done you'd like to see me do Oasis-wise, or it doesn't have to be Oasis, it can be anything 50s to modern day. It's going to work well on an acoustic or an electric guitar within reason. So the easiest way to put requests in is obviously comment below the video in the comments, or if you want to find me a personal message over on those social media platforms I suggested at the start of the video, you're very welcome to. I just always point out that I do get quite a lot of requests. I do have to sort of handpick them a little bit, but don't let that put you guys off. Please do keep your requests going, because that's what keeps this channel going, and it's very much appreciated. Another thing that's very much appreciated, I'll quickly mention it again. I want all the chords, lyrics and strumming patterns to coincide with all the content that I do. It's up on my Patreon page, so check that out. There's a link in the comments, also a link in the description, and there's also some bonus stuff on there if you want to go and check that out. I've got the super thanks link if you'd like to click on that and make a small donation just underneath the video somewhere there. Again, massively appreciated. Thanks everyone who's subscribed and continues to do so. As I said in the intro, if you haven't got round to it, please hit that little notification bell so you can keep up with all the content that I put out. And another way you guys could help this channel out, just doesn't cost you a penny however, and it's word of mouth. Word of mouth is a very powerful thing, so if you dig what I do, please like and share my lessons, tell your friends, tell your work colleagues, anyone you know plays a guitar, please point them in my direction. I really appreciate that. So that just leaves me to say, whatever time of day it is you're watching, maybe morning, day, night, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all for lesson very soon. Take care.